Greetings, fellow Gorehounds, and welcome back to a Blood Splattered vlog. I'm the Horror Guru.
I'm Count Jackula.
And today we're going to talk about Freaky Tales, an anthology film set in 1980s Oakland, late 80s Oakland to be specific. And it's written and directed by co-directors Ryan Fleck and Anna Boden, based loosely on Ryan Fleck's memories of living in Oakland in the 80s.
Yeah. This is in many ways like Pulp Fiction, but in Oakland.
So it's basically like 4 interconnected stories, some of which are based on real things that happened.
Yes.
Some of which are completely fictional, but intersect with real things that happened.
Yep.
And all of which interconnect. So the best way I feel like to do this would to go through the individual stories.
Go through the individual stories. All right.
First without spoilers, and then with spoilers. So the first story in this tale of the freaky, which, by the way, the title's a little misleading. This isn't a horror anthology, which is what I thought going in because it was called Freaky Tales, but I didn't realize they were using the other definition of freaky, which is basically just saying like they're wild tales.
Yeah.
The first tale is Strength in Numbers, The Gilman Strikes Back. This is essentially a real life story about how a bunch of punks ran out a bunch of neo-Nazis.
Yeah, from the famous Gilman.
Yep. Exaggerated to the point where it almost feels like a segment that could have been in the movie The Warriors.
Yes. Yeah. Well, because that's how it felt, you know?
Yep. It is kind of wrapped around with this almost fictionalized story about these 2 punks that kind of fall in love by the end of it.
Yeah.
Which kind of like emotionally brings the whole thing together. But overall, it's a very straightforward story. You know, punks are having fun at their club. The Nazis keep fucking barging in. And then eventually they've had enough and they have a warriors-like clash.
Yeah.
In the streets with weapons and fire and magic powers.
Yeah. Now, the fire and magic powers aren't real.
No.
But the actual fight was.
Yes.
Oakland and Berkeley punks.
Yep.
Because the Gilman is technically in Berkeley, but it's close enough for jazz.
Yeah.
To Oakland,
Yep.
To count. Yeah, this straight up what happened is there were
Yep.
Nazis that were just like fucking boneheads that were just constantly coming in, wrecking the joint up, and they were like, that's it, we fucking had it.
Yep.
We fucking had it. Next time they do this, we fight back. And so they do, and in reality, they won that street fight.
Yep. This is a story about how the only way to beat Nazis is to fight back.
Yeah,
and to kick
literally to beat them.
And to kick them out of your spaces.
Yes.
That is essentially the moral of the story.
Moral of the story, don't let Nazis be here.
Yep. The next story is Don't Fight the Feeling, which is about a rap girl group called Danger Zone. Who are invited to do a rap battle with
the real-life rapper Too Short.
By the way, both of these stories introduce this thing that's kind of lurking in the background of both stories. I think it's called like psychotronic or something like that.
Yeah, like psychotronics, which is like they're like, get in touch with your inner power.
Yeah, it's some sort of like almost like cult like meditation. It advertised in the background of both of these segments. There's like a commercial at one point being played on a TV, and there's like ads on the bus.
Yeah.
And stuff. And the characters like loosely talk about it. Like, oh, my friend's into that and stuff like that. Born to Mac. Now, this is where I think we start getting into the fictional territory.
Yes. This one I think is totally made up.
This movie follows Pedro Pascal, who is playing a hitman.
Not necessarily a hitman, he's a leg breaker.
He's an enforcer.
He's definitely an enforcer.
He's obviously been used as a hitman at one point.
Yeah. He has killed people, but that's not his exclusive thing. It's more about breaking people's legs if they don't give you the money.
Yeah, and he is on his last job before retirement, only to get screwed over by his boss.
Yeah.
The highlight of this story has nothing to do with the actual hitman thing.
Yeah.
The highlight of this story is a point in which he is going on one of his like enforcement jobs, and he has to go through this this video store. Throughout the previous 2 segments, people kept mentioning the fact that Tom Hanks, the actor from Splash, as someone puts it, used to sell hot dogs in Oakland.
Yeah, at the Oakland Coliseum.
Which is a true thing. That is 100% true. In Pedro Pascal's segment, he goes into the video store and it's Tom Hanks behind the counter.
Yeah.
He's not playing Tom Hanks. He's playing
a character.
The video store owner named Hank.
Yeah, but the joke is that he's played by Tom Hanks.
It's one of the best scenes in the movie where he's like quizzing him on like movies and like lecturing him on movies. In these 3 segments, we've also been introduced to this one cop who is an asshole and a misogynist and a racist.
Oh, yeah.
He'll become important when we get to this last segment.
Yeah, played by
Mendelsohn.
Ben Mendelsohn. I was about to say, like, God damn it, what's his name? But he always plays Whitey McWhiterson.
Oh, yeah. Or he plays a Skrull.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. That's right.
He's one of the Skrulls.
He's one of the Skrulls.
So this last segment crosses over with real events. It involves the character of Sleepy Floyd, who was a real person, a real member of the Golden State
Warriors, which is
a basketball team.
A basketball team that I have bitched about many times.
Yep.
This was one of their glory moments.
This segment is called The Legend of Sleepy Floyd. Now, this segment fictionalizes a version of Sleepy Floyd's life where some criminals try to break into his house and kill his mom and his girlfriend. Slight correction, I think his mom actually survives and ends up in a hospital. It's his girlfriend who is killed.
Yeah.
This leads to a bloody Kill Bill-style revenge.
Yeah, where he essentially turns into Blade.
Yeah, Bruce Lee, he's the bride in Kill Bill.
He's fucking Bruce Leroy, he's got the glow.
Yep.
You know?
He becomes this like silent killer going around killing everyone involved with what happened here.
Yeah.
Which will tie into some of the other segments, but we'll talk about that in the spoiler section. Bloody good fun.
Oh, yeah.
It's action-packed. The actor playing him does a good job with it, though Sleepy Floyd himself actually has a cameo.
Yeah, he does have a cameo in the movie, yeah.
This ends up tying in to the Psychotronics thing in a way we'll talk about in the spoilers. So yeah, those are the 4 segments. Sleepy Floyd might be my favorite, but I really did love the punk one.
Well, I'm biased. I loved the Gilman Fights Back.
Probably my least favorite might have been just the rap battle one, just because as cool as the rap battle was, there's a lot less.
Well, it has the least to do with the rest of the plot.
Yeah, but I did like that segment. It's just probably my least favorite of the 4. That's not to say any of them are bad. I enjoyed them all.
Yeah, they're all good.
One element I really like is that 2 of these segments interact because the characters both go see the same screening of The Lost Boys.
Yes.
And have the same argument afterwards about Lost Boys. I just overall thought this movie was a blast. You're going to learn something about Oakland if you watch this movie and you don't know anything about it. Even if you're a native, you might learn something about it because it's talking about a very specific period of time. So.
Yeah.
Freaky Tales is currently available on various streaming platforms. We watched it on, I think, Max, HBO Max. And let's move on to the spoilers.
Oh, fuck. I forgot we hadn't done the spoiler section yet.
Nope.
Well, okay then.
The misogynist cop that hits on the 2 rap girls, who's also a fucking racist. He is the father of the leader of the neo-Nazis.
Yeah.
And he is also the guy that Pedro Pascal works for.
Yeah.
And he's the guy who is the boss of the dudes who break into Sleepy Floyd's house and attack his family.
Yeah.
That's how everything kind of ties together.
I was really surprised they didn't just call him the man.
They're all tied together from a fucking neo-Nazi cop.
Yeah.
That is the villain of the story.
Yes.
Sleepy Floyd, it turns out, is not just a badass. He is also a psychotronics expert.
Yeah.
So the entire action sequence that happens at the end of this movie when he's slaughtering all the fucking cops' cronies, including the neo-Nazis and whatnot, he's astral projecting the entire time.
Yeah. He's pulling a Luke Skywalker at the end of Last Jedi.
Yep.
Shit.
After one of the segments earlier referenced the movie Scanners.
Yeah.
He straight up scans someone. And explodes them.
Yeah.
It's fucking great. And I love that bit when Pedro Pascal, who has been captured by the cop because he was been trying to get out of the whole thing. So he's being held captive, and they're holding his daughter captive too.
Yeah.
He is let free by Sleepy Floyd during his rampage. And as he leaves and like the cop's son arrives and sees all the bloodshed inside, like, what happened? Your dad fucked with the wrong warrior.
Yeah. Yeah, I was like, that's good.
I fucking cheered. That was great.
Yeah, it turns out the Psychotronics is not, it's not a red herring, but it doesn't go where you think it's going to go.
I thought Psychotronics was going to lead to some sort of evil cult thing.
Yeah, exactly.
And it actually led to a cool thing where Sleepy Floyd uses the Psychotronics powers to defeat the Nazis.
And at the end, there's an ad for Psychotronics because who doesn't want magical powers? Being someone who has lived in the Bay Area for 30 fucking years now, it fucking felt amazing. I'm like, I feel like Oakland's finally getting its due.
This is a movie about celebrating a community.
Yes.
Through myth and legend.
Yes.
Some of which are true, some of which are just the legend.
Exaggerated. Yeah. Some of it's exaggerated. A lot of it's exaggerated.
A lot of it's exaggerated.
Yeah. But it's telling these stories in a way that you as like a teenager in the area might have encountered them. Well, let me tell you what Sleepy Floyd did. Yeah. Sleepy Floyd, he's got mind power, see?
Like an urban legend or a tall tale. Yes. The movie treats the characters the way the stories of Paul Bunyan
yes,
treat
exactly.
Paul Bunyan.
Exactly. You know, larger than life. They've got like supernatural powers that you don't really think about because you're just like, oh yeah, of course he could do that. Wait a minute, what?
And I want to say, even though this isn't a horror movie, there's a lot of cool horror movie Easter eggs in it. Again, the characters all leave the movie Lost Boys. And are having
there is gore
in
the movie.
There's gore in the movie. And the psychotronics thing, they make references to scanners.
Yeah.
Not to mention the point where he like enters the video store. There's a lot of weird references to movies there.
Yes.
So yeah, it's really well thought out. It's really fun, and I just enjoyed the celebration of community. And
yes, but yeah, a celebration of the community of Oakland and in the late 80s.
100%.
You know.
And it was just a gory good time.
Yes. Yeah, movie's a lot of fun.
And with that said, my fellow Gorehounds, where can they find you, Count Jackula?
Well, you can find me here on YouTube on my own channel. Look for Count Jackula, and I stream every weeknight at about 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Always look for me around 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And you can also follow me on Blue Sky, Barthy Burgers Girls. And if you get that reference, congratulations. You need a yearly prostate exam because you're old, like me. But anyway, my Blue Sky is at Count Jackula. You should follow me there. How about you?
Y'all know me. I'm the Horror Guru. You can find me at the Horror Guru on various social media platforms. But these days, I primarily use Blue Sky, so follow me on there. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and don't forget to ring that notification bell so you're notified of my videos immediately upon their upload. And if you'd like to help out either of us more directly, be sure to check out our Patreon pages. And remember, if you decide to go the Patreon route, even $1 a month can go a long way, but we will certainly accept more. And if you made it this far into the video, then I want you to comment below, and be sure to comment below using the hashtag Tom Hanks. Use the hashtag Tom Hanks, that way I know, that way Jack knows, that way the whole world knows that you know who was selling those hot dogs at the stadium. And with that said, my fellow Gorehounds, peace out, and we'll catch y'all later.